do a little adult babysitting. Good morning, folks, and happy Friday. So like I said last night, we're gonna spend the first portion of this day just trying to recover, rest, reset, and we'll knock out our cardio right before we go to practice today, or right when we get to practice, I guess. Let's rephrase, because we gotta go work the club tonight, so we need as much rest as we can possibly get. And then we gotta be able to wake up tomorrow and be nice and alert to go lead two of our kids to a victory. And then we've got to then go keep the club safer tomorrow night than it was tonight yet again. So we gotta be alert all of tomorrow and tonight. So we're gonna spend most of the day just trying to rest up and recover. So to start our morning, we're gonna go hit a little popping, cracking, and readjusting our bodies. Well, we have made it to the chiropractor to get popped, snapped, cracked, and adjusted. And let me tell you, folks, we so should have stopped and got something to eat, because I'm freaking starving now. Alrighty, our adjustment went great. That is exactly what we freaking needed when we went in there. Our back was freaking killing. I was walking around like an 80-year-old man. Let's just be real. That's exactly what we were walking around like, and I have no idea what we did. Maybe just overuse, I don't know. But our back was killing. And it feels much better now. Definitely feels much better now. I can walk up straight. That's good. So, let's go grab a bite to eat. And then get our butts back in bed. Finish up this recovery process, so that we can then go get better today than we were yesterday. Alrighty, we have made it somewhere to grab a bite to eat. I don't know what we're gonna grab. We got pizza here. We got some Thai here. We got some Japanese meatballs. We got some chicken wings. We're gonna eat something. I'm freaking starving. Let's go find something to eat. Alrighty, we went with the rice bowl, and let me tell you, folks, that was a good move right there. That was some scrunchlicious meat and rice, but I can't get the seatbelt on. But we need to get our butts home and get back to sleep so that we can wake up and go get better today than we were yesterday, and then still have the energy to be nice and alert to keep the club safer tonight than it was last night. Well, we made it back home later than I would have liked, but we still have plenty of time to get us in a little bit more of a nap before we have to get back up and go get better today than we were yesterday. That nap was amazing, but I definitely just BS'd around entirely too much once I got up, and now we're kind of running late. I wouldn't say like we're running late, but to knock out the run before we get better today than we were yesterday, we're running late for. So let's hit the road. Let's have our fingers crossed that the Atlanta traffic is not too terribly bad today, that it's manageable, that we can shoot straight there, get better today, and then shoot straight back to go keep the club safer today than it was yesterday. And let me tell you, whoever decided that they couldn't work on Friday, I'm really upset with, because I really needed some rest. Today and tomorrow are about to be some tough freaking days. Not to mention, starts to dig into my training time, and I really don't like that. But you can't leave people hanging. I asked, is there really no one else who can do it? No, I've really went down the line. You're like the last person. So could you possibly? And I was like, you know what, bro? I got you. But I am going to be a little late because I'm still going to go to practice. So, should be a fun next 2 days. wish me luck, folks. Oh, and wish me luck that this traffic lets me get to practice on time to be able to knock out a run. Well, this just sucks. We didn't really leave too late to knock out our run. If there would have been no traffic, we would have made it here on time to knock out our run and then go get better today than we were yesterday. But there was a shit ton of traffic, like literally a shit ton. I don't think I went faster than 20 miles an hour coming here. So that freaking sucks. So we're just gonna go in here. We're gonna get better today than we were yesterday, as long as we can, and then we're gonna hit the road and then go keep the club safer today than it was yesterday. And we will just, I guess, knock out a run this weekend at some point, make up for it. So, but for now, let's go get better today than we were yesterday. Well, as much of getting better today than we were yesterday, complete as we can do, actually, more than what we're supposed to do. We were supposed to be at the club right now, but we told them we were going to be a little late, so hopefully they understand. Things don't usually start getting wild until like 9:30, 10 o'clock, and that's about the time I should be pulling in. I'll give them an apology, say sorry, but y'all did call me last minute, you know, all those good things. But let's run next door, let's shower up, and let's get on the road. Alrighty, we are cleaned up and hitting the freaking road, folks. Yeah, it's a whole lot later than we were supposed to have, but we did let them know that, well, we were going to be a little late. Now, we didn't let them know that we were going to be this late, but, I mean, assumptions could have been made, you know, hopefully the assumptions were made. Let's hit the road, let's get there as quickly as we possibly can, and let's just hope that, we get a few good stories out of not being able to get better today than we were yesterday. I mean, we did. I mean, we were working for 2.5 hours. We got work in. Don't get me wrong. Don't let me sit here and like BS y'all like we didn't get to get any work in today. Now, we got 2.5 hours worth of work, but I would have much rathered my 4.5, 5 hours worth of work. But it is what it is, folks. Every now and then you got to make a little bit of sacrifices in life. I mean, traditionally we're making sacrifices of being broke, but we need a few bucks. We don't have anything particularly coming up other than a jiu-jitsu tournament next week, and so we should be okay. We should be okay. And we wouldn't have been able to stay for jiu-jitsu anyways, because, well, it starts by the time that I need to be at the club. So at least we were able to get a little bit of boxing, a little bit of tie-in. We got a little bit of wrestling rounds in, so we did a fair share. It's not like we didn't do anything today. We just didn't do as much as we would have liked to be able to do, but we'll call it like a reset weekend, I guess. The next 2 days just be reset. I guess 3 days, because we're gonna need to sleep on Sunday. So let's get to the club, folks. Hopefully we get some not super crazy stories, but something that's worth giggling over, you know. Like last week with the guy licking the pole, that was pretty funny. Oh, and let's find something to eat while we're on the way here so that we can be present the whole time we are there. Well, I figured we'd stop and grab us a quick little pizza because we can eat that on the road, and then if we get hungry, we can come back to our car and eat it. It's not gonna be disgusting to eat cold. So let's run in here, let's grab us a pizza, and then let's hit the freaking road, folks. But I messaged the people at the club and I was like, hey, I'm running behind, blah, 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 this and that. Their answer was, no problem. I was like, I'll be there before 9. No problem. Dang it, I could have stayed for freaking longer. So could have. But then I also feel bad for being late when they're so kind and it's like, oh, it's cool, dude, just get here when you can. Like, damn. I hate that. Now I feel like I'm taking advantage of someone. But let's get in here and get this pizza. They did not have one hot and ready, but let me tell you, folks, them freaking pizza makers at Little Caesars, bro, them jokers be getting down, bro. That shit was so satisfying to watch. They were flipping those boxes, slicing those pizzas so quick. But we got a nice hot, fresh one, so that's That's nice. That's even better than hot and ready. So let's hit the road, folks. Hopefully we get there before 9. Well, we did not make it by 9, but we were pretty close to 9. I mean, 9:04, and we are one light away, about to pull in. So I guess let's get in here and keep the club safer tonight than it was last night, folks. You know what I mean. Do a little adult babysitting. Holy shit, folks. That was one long, boring, freaking hot night. Like, when I say hot, like, the club was freaking, it was like a fucking sauna in there. I do not know how the girls were doing it. I do not. I don't know how these dancers dance. It was like literally a freaking sauna, folks. Literally a sauna. I was dripping sweat, pouring sweat, freaking suffocating, all the words in between for it being hot. And it was just boring today. It was straight boring. The club was dead. There was absolutely no action whatsoever. I mean, I know if there's drama, that means we're not doing our jobs correctly. We're not doing our jobs to the best of our abilities. And we're not keeping the place safe. But I would rather a little bit of drama. Like some kind of good story other than nothing. I mean, literally nothing, folks. Absolutely nothing happened. I don't even think I think I patted down like 10 people today. At most. Like, literally. I think I saw 10 people. Not to mention, everyone's feeling like dog shit. All the security staff. So, everyone was just dead today. But we all survived. We made it. We are headed home. We just gotta be up in a few hours to go lead these kids to a freaking victory. So, let's get our butts home. Let's take us a quick little nap and then hop back up, head across the state of Georgia to go coach these kids and their tourney. And then, yeah. Tomorrow's going to be a long day too. A real long day. But hopefully, with it being Saturday, there is a little bit more action at the club. Some kind of entertainment, some kind of good story. Because there's nothing to tell y'all about other than it was hot as shit. And we survived it. But let's get home, folks, so that we can freaking hit the hay. Alrighty, folks, we have safely freaking made it home. And I am starving. But it's a little too late to be making up anything to eat. We might as well run inside and crawl our butts into bed. Get as much of some sleep as we can possibly get, because we're about to get a 2-hour nap and then have to hop up and go lead these kids to a victory. So I guess let's park this thing and get our butts inside. Today may have not been the day that we wanted, but it is the day that we got. We may have not wanted to have to go keep the club safer today than we were yesterday. We may have wanted to be able to, get better today than we were yesterday, more than what we did. But that didn't happen. That is not the plans that were laid out for us for the day. And we just got to kind of roll with it. If we get all butthurt and upset about it, it's just going to ruin a whole freaking week, whole weekend. So, it is what it is, folks. Like I said, at least we did get to go get better today than we were yesterday. We could have not at all got to practice, so it's pretty nice. Let's get inside and call it a night. Try to get a few hours of sleep before we got to be back up. Good night, folks. I will see y'all in like 2 hours. BillyGoat freaking loves you.